Hey guys, we're just outside the iPhone 7 launch here in Sydney, Australia, in front of the Apple Store, and it's going to be now. As you can see, the first iPhone 7 purchase are about to happen right now. The line at the moment is split into two different groups. We've got a pre-order group on the left side here, which is about 30 people or so. And on the right, you've got about 100 people queuing up for the regular iPhone 7, mostly walk-ins. You can see here they're showing how these Apple staff, Apple employees kids. And so here are these guys right now, these are pre-orders. These guys will get their iPhone 7 Plus today. Now, there have been some stock issues with the iPhone 7 Plus and the Jet Black. But these guys will be shrewd enough to pre-order them, and they'll be getting them today. So right here is a media pack, obviously, to get their little fix. I'll just show you the back of the line right now. It's not been as strong as yeah, the line's not been as stronger as has been in previous years, but you can probably put that down to pre-ordering. And obviously this year, pre-ordering has such an advantage. And I'll just show you the back of the line here. The previous years would have probably been snaking around the block, but we just walk down here. We can only see it probably just stretches up to that blue, red and green light sign up there. So yeah, it's not as big as a showing, but from what I can tell, people are still certainly enthusiastic about it. Now, this line's moving pretty quickly, so I imagine this is going to be all over and done very shortly, but it's a little bit of a damper, I have to say, with this iPhone 7 Plus not being available. You know, there's a few worried faces that I saw at the back of the line. People expecting to walk in and just purchase an iPhone 7 Plus off the bat, but haven't been able to. But as you can see here,
I'll follow you over there. I'm just going to go down.
yeah, there's still plenty of people waiting to get their iPhone 7s processed and I guess rung up. So if you've just joined us, we're at the iPhone 7 queue here at the Apple Store in Sydney. It's been a bit of a controversial 24 hours as such. The iPhone 7 Plus and the Jet Black aren't available for walk-in orders, so a lot of people who are pre-ordering are able to get theirs, but walk-ins today aren't able to. The first customers have just walked in to, usual rapturous applause. There's probably about 30 people, a little bit more actually, in the pre-order queue, but we've got about 100 or so who are just walk-ins or just getting the regular iPhone 7 to purchase today. If you've got any questions, just feel free to hit me up in the comments. But see here, as usual, iPhone 7 line. Well, the iPhone 7 queue story is a big hit with the media pack. There's even some people here looking to take advantage of the promotional opportunities the iPhone 7 Plus, also the iPhone 7 Q brings. spoken to a few people today. There's a bit splits on the headphone jack issue. Now, some people don't really mind about the headphone jack. At the front of the line, I was talking to Martin, who's probably the third in line, and he was like, there's plenty of wireless options. So I talked to a guy named William at the end of the line, and he wasn't so concerned about the headphone jack issue. There's plenty of wireless options that he could potentially use, but a few of them have expressed concern about the lack of headphone jack and how challenging that would be. So whether the headphone jack issue will stand the test of time. The next iPhone will still have no headphone jack is a bit of a question that we'll see probably pan out over the next year or so. But as you can see here, there's still plenty of people queuing up just to check out what is happening. Spoke to the first three guys at the line, Marcus, Bichet and Martin, and they were particularly annoyed. They were actually, it was specifically Bichet and Marcus was hoping to walk in and buy an iPhone 7 Plus today, but they didn't pre-order, and they were told late last afternoon that that option wasn't available. So what they've decided to do is they've just gone on and purchased a normal iPhone 7 in the hope that they could probably trade up or buy another iPhone 7 Plus in the near future. They were a bit annoyed, but Apple were kind enough to give them a $100 gift voucher to, for their troubles at least. It's also raining out here as well, so they've been handing out umbrellas, the Apple Store staff as well. But the line's probably thinning out a little bit. No, it's still strong. I mean, obviously not as strong as previous years, but there's probably still about 100 or so still waiting in line, and there's a lot of late comers. When I was here last night, there was only probably people up to this point here where I'm filming now. So about only 20 people actually camping overnight, which seems relatively minute compared to recent years of the iPhone 7 Plus launch. So the iPhone launches rather. But you could probably put that down to pre-orders and whatnot. Having a really big effect on people just deciding to not brave the Sydney rain and just or the Sydney rain and cold weather, just to get their iPhone delivered.
So I think it's gonna.
Didn't realise Facebook Live had filters. Might just try that. Once again, if you've got any questions in the comments, just leave them in the comments. But it's all. First guys have already walked in and they're all getting their iPhone 7s processed right now. So it's been split into two queues actually. It's on the right here you've got your regular iPhone 7 consumers, a mix of walk-ins and actual pre-orders, and then you've got on the left there, parts of it all, you've got people with iPhone 7 Pluses. Those people have pre-ordered theirs. So, if you try and walk in with an iPhone and try and buy an iPhone 7 Plus, you'll probably just get turned away, unfortunately. But hi Philip, there's probably about 100 or so people on the iPhone 7 line, just on the main line on the right here, which I'm walking down towards. But if you,
Why is it raining?
there's also an iPhone 7 Plus line, which has about maybe 30 or 40 people. But those are all pre-orders, so people who actually purchased it online beforehand and decided not to get it delivered, but walk in and get a bit of that experience firsthand this morning in the Sydney rain. Although if I had the choice, to be honest, I'd probably just wait for it to be delivered. So I'm just going to flick over to the entrance, and hopefully the guys who are first to buy their iPhones will be here. So yeah, it's a great media opportunity as well. If you've seen a few promo people wander around here, hoping to hand out their flyers and that sort of thing, promote you know, their acts and whatnot. So the first in line are about to come out now and come through the door, so I might just get in position. Just give me a second.
In or out, chill, check it off. Just the initial cheering.
So we're about to, so if you've just joined us, we're at the iPhone 7 launch here in Sydney, Australia, in front of the Apple Store. A big glass old building in the middle of the city, and we're just about to watch the first people get their iPhone 7s. Now there's been a bit of controversy in the past 24 hours with the iPhone 7 Plus not being available for walk-ins, as is the jet black model of the iPhone. Now the first 3 people online who I was speaking to, Vishay and Martin and Marcus. 2 of them were just actually hoping to walk in with them into the Apple Store and actually buy the iPhone 7 Plus, but they were told late yesterday that they couldn't. So here they come in. So a lot of these guys, first up, weren't able to get the iPhone 7 Plus, so they've had to settle with the iPhone 7. No, they're not getting it.
Actually, they look like buses.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, because they had to pre-order it, so...
That's true.
We haven't paid for them. Yeah, we haven't paid you. Get ready.
So just to recap, we're in front of the iPhone 7, sorry, we're in front of the Apple Store here in Sydney, Australia. iPhone 7 launch here.
Up top, guys.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Hold up first, guys. Hey man, just got the iPhone. Just installed. First unboxing in the world. Here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first unboxing of the iPhone 7. Let's read this video. Alright. Whoa! Knee stumble right there. Alright. Oh, it's missing. Ladies and gentlemen, the time you've been waiting for is here. Here we have the brand new iPhone 7. Yeah! Alright. Here it is. Is it worst of beauty?
feel like I'm in front of court right now. It's crazy.
This new matte colour, at first I was disappointed I wasn't getting a jet black, but now I honestly don't mind. This is fabulous. This is such a spectacular finish. It's a great
Mama made it! First person in Australia!
Hey, shout out to Buster team! One team, one dream. Okay, let's go. One team. One team.
Got to pay for them now.
Here we are, another one of the boys of London. How long are you here for, man? 3 days. 3 days. And,
Alright, let's see the goods.
Let me get the tripod. Where's Tom?
and you have 2 phones. 2 phones. Why the 2 phones, man?
Why not?
And how disappointed were you that they didn't have the plus?
This man's up for it, it's alright.
Thank you, man.
Just to recap, we're in front of the Apple Store. Well, we're in the Apple Store here in Sydney. These guys were the first to get their iPhone 7s. A couple of them were actually really disappointed about not getting the Plus. They were actually hoping to walk in and just buy one off the spot, but of course, all that's sold out at the moment unless you pre-ordered it. As you can tell, they're probably still really excited. So, how long do they wait outside? So the guy at the front of the line, Vishay, he waited in front of the line since Wednesday morning. Thursday afternoon, they were told the iPhone 7 Plus was sold out globally, as is the Jet Black. So they were a little bit annoyed. Yeah, actually a little bit annoyed. Funny, I understand. They were quite annoyed. But Apple staff were good enough to give them a $100 gift card, which they were okay about. But obviously they've forgotten about it this morning. So.
Definitely worth it, definitely. Yeah, for sure. You know, we see here in the road, Jack Cameron, all night, no sleep. Wait. Oh yeah, I need a gold medal.
Might have a chat to Martin right here.
Two gold medals.
So how do you want to do it?
Mike, this is to you. Now, maybe I'll keep going forward. Thank you. Live stream?
Yeah, we got live stream. Yeah. So right here, I'm talking to Mazza and Krush. Third in line. Well, part of the group.
Part of the group.
How's it feel, man? You've actually got an iPhone 7 Plus, did you?
Like, no, I actually didn't. But I've actually got one reserved, so I will by the end of today.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, just look at it. It looks the same as the iPhone 6 or 6S, but just inside that, I just can't wait to open it and see exactly what's inside it. Been waiting for 3 days, and we're finally with the phone.
Did you get much sleep last night, or?
Much sleep, no sleep at all. I've been waiting all night for this. We're just counting down the hours, 10, 6, 3, and then finally got the phone in our hands.
And how did it feel to like walk in and just like hear everyone clapping and?
I mean, my heart was going crazy. I was like, this is not happening. I can't believe it. Check them out. We got it.
Right,
Nice job, boys.
now.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, so there's plenty of media here, including myself, trying to get a slice of these guys. But Marsden was good enough to chat. He was actually at WWDC a little earlier this year for his at Medic C, so. Huawei is good, Apple is bad. No, the Dingo didn't eat my baby. There's still plenty of people waiting outside for their iPhones to be processed. There's only about 100 people this morning in queue, and overnight, you'd probably only say about 20 or so people actually stayed overnight to get it done. As well, yeah, it's weird. There's actually 2 different lines. One for see here. Those are for the iPhone 7 Plus, and those guys have actually pre-ordered. So. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen plenty of like footage of the iPhone 7 Plus already, but they have them out here for you to touch and try here at the Apple Store in Sydney, Australia. What time is it here? Gosh, that's a good question. It's about 8:30 here in the morning in Sydney, Australia. We're at the Sydney Apple Store here for the iPhone 7 launch. The first guys to receive the iPhone in the world, iPhone 7 in the world, have just gotten theirs. There's still a bit of a queue for people to process their stuff. There's about, I mentioned before, about 100 people that were in queue this morning. Probably only about 20 people overnight. Let's check it out. Oh, what is that red dot? It's a good question. Oh wait, I can draw on it. I'll just undo it. There you go. Yeah, so there was a bit of chaos now, but it's settling down now. Might wrap it up here. My name's Johnny Lou, here from Mashable, Australia's office, here for the iPhone 7 launch. See you soon.